Alright guys, welcome back to another episode. Today we have my buddy Brandon's M4 convertible. We're gonna go ahead and just do some a little bit of maintenance. He recently went out to BMW and he got the complimentary oil change, and they recommended that he do the spark plugs, but you guys know BMW, they charge an arm and a leg to just get certain things done. So we're gonna go ahead and get them done right. We got some BMW spark plugs. Since he is not running any tunes or any modifications on the ECU or on the vehicle, we're not going to go with any NGKs. We're also going to go ahead and replace the air filters. Again, he's running everything stock, so we just want to make sure everything is running up to optimum performance. He gets to get the best gas mileage. We recently just went ahead and hooked him up with black line caps for the oil cap, the reservoir, and the coolant. We're also gonna get the one for his windshield washer cap, and we're actually gonna go ahead and we got some carbon fiber goodies as well. So he's holding in his hands carbon fiber grills. So if you guys want to see what they look like, that's the part number right there if you guys want it. Now for the right side it's a different part number, so I'll go ahead and show you guys right now once we show you the product right now. But check this out. And carbon fiber, check it out. And as you guys know, we for the most part we always go with OE parts, so you always have your labels right there. So for the other one, let's show them the other part number. Yeah. We don't have to take out those. Yeah, there we go. Alright guys, so that's for the right side. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and at the same time we're gonna go ahead and do the bar that sits on the top part. That bar right there. We're gonna go ahead and do it in white with the vinyl electrical tape. So I'll show you guys what we, once we're a little more involved into it. But for now, we'll go ahead and I'll remove the grills, and then I'll go ahead and get started with that process. I'll show you guys what I do and how I do it without having to remove any of the components, as far as like the crash bar and support bar, because honestly to just do the vinyl, it's not that difficult. So that's a quick, simple modification, guys. So yeah, let's get going.
All right, we're back with Daniel.
Alright guys, so as you guys know, I just got a fresh cut, so thank you, Chris. Shout out to my barber. Just went ahead and cleaned up the surface around the grill as well. Got rid of all the dirt and grime around there. This was already on the bumper. I can't take this off, so I'll leave that for now. At the same time, I went ahead and gave this plastic a little clean. I'm gonna go ahead and get a little bit a deeper clean in a little while once I'm done. But I'm also getting this section masked up, like prepping the area that I'm gonna be working on and how I'm gonna set the pattern. So as you guys saw, it looks like it's kind of like overlapping, it's going around, but what I'm actually doing is I'm actually cutting strips of the small vinyl tape. Now I have them laid out right here because this is gonna be easy for me to just kind of grab and put instead of cutting one by one. And as you guys can see, it's in different sizes. So the longer sizes I'm trying to use on the sections that I need more coverage for, and then the thinner strips are gonna be for sections that are a lot thinner, like these right here. So you'll definitely need a few different sizes, but that's basically the way I do it. So I'll just grab one, and then it doesn't have to be too long. Now this surface right here, I went ahead and wiped it down with alcohol. You want to make sure that you give it a good wipe down. You don't want any oils to be there. You want the tape to stick really well to the surface. So that's the best way. That's a great tip for you guys that I can give you guys to make this install last really good. And then right here, as you guys see, I have somewhat a good set of distance that I'm gonna go ahead and try to mimic. So what I'll do right now is I'll go ahead and I'll just set it over. See the area I'm covering? Actually, let me put this one a little lower. And as you guys see, it's really sticking nicely to the surface, and that's due to the alcohol. So the better surface we have it nice and prepped and clean, the better the vinyl tape will stick. Now, unfortunately, we cannot go around with the tape, with the roll of tape, because it's just, the roll of tape is too thick and it would just not fit on there. So this is definitely the second best way to do it without taking this whole bar apart, removing the bumper and everything else. And you just kind of make sure that everything is sticking really nicely. I'll continue the process, and then I'll show you guys the end result. Alright, so this is the halfway point right now. We actually just a little more than halfway, 2/3 of the way done right now. But you can already tell how good that looks. Just how much is just gonna gravitate to this area, to the grills more than anything. So this is a really nice modification to enhance the grills and just the whole front end of the car. Oh yeah. Alright guys, and just like that, the bar has been taped up, and as you guys can see, it looks really good. So now, like I said earlier, all this was already wiped down. We went ahead and cleaned it up. I'll clean this up too, just so we can get a nice presentation. But I think at this point we are ready for the grills. So let me just get this nice little wipe down. All right. So we got the grills right here. We got the right one, and we got the left one. So I'm gonna go ahead and give Brandon the phone and grab the grills. That looks really good. It's really satisfying once you put something like this together. And I mean, just the whole fitment and quality are just on point. There we go. Wow. Super clean. With the grills in the back, with the vinyl tape in the back, it really makes it stand out so much more.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do the spark plugs, and then I'm gonna do the intakes. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put all that stuff away.
Ready.
now that that's done, we have to remove the aluminum brace still, since the last spark plug is way in the back and we still need to remove the cover. So let's carry on. Now, for those that want to know, the two that go in here, they're in E-Torx 14. And then the ones right here are E12. Let's go get the sucker roll.
Only with Daniel, I'll trust him to touch my car like that. I would trip out. My old car mechanic touched my shit. The guy tried to fix my mirror. He broke my whole window. Yeah.
Alright, for the spark plugs, we remove the cover. We still remove this cover, the charge pipes, and then the turbo inlet pipe. So right now we're just putting a cover, a paper towel just over the turbo inlet to make sure that nothing falls in there. And then also, if you guys want to remove it properly without, stripping the heads, I recommend you guys get a set of Torx, female and male, and it also comes with hex, like metric, and then the other types of sizes that you'll need for sure. So for now, in order for me to remove the charge pipe, I'll go ahead and I'll use this E10, which is a perfect fit, and it's gonna go ahead and again, it's gonna secure our bolt from stripping. So it's the E10 if you want to do it properly. You guys want to make sure not to drop anything, because if you guys drop any bolts, any clamps, you're gonna have to remove the underplate to get to it, and that's just gonna add another 30 minutes to your job. So just be ready to catch all the hardware or your tools for that matter. You don't want to leave your tools in there and give your customer more musical rhythms. Now that that's done, let's continue removing the top of the charge pipes. We'll just loosen up the two clamps right here. We'll loosen up this one and the one on the opposite side. Now, if these have not been removed, they will be a little tight, so just be patient. As you guys saw, I undid the bottom. Now I'm gonna loosen up this hose, this connector wire. It runs through it. It doesn't matter if it comes off with the clip. Everything's gonna go back anyways. So. There we go. So now that everything's loose down here, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll lift up down here, but we'll also make sure not to break this this plastic pin right here, or grommet that goes through that cover. So it's all about just finesse it out. Ow, it's still hot.
It's still a little hot. It's been sitting for an hour.
So once you go ahead and loosen up the bottom, you go ahead and just turn it around, and then everything else should just pop right off. As you guys can see, I can just rest the clamp on that side, and boom, there it is. So again, we're covering the inlets to make sure that nothing gets into our turbos. So we're just making sure we keep everything clean. And then same thing over here, just remove it from the bottom, lift, twist. It'll loosen up everything, including the top, making everything a lot easier to just come off without any struggles or any broken clips. Alright, now that that's done, let's remove there's 3 10s on this side and then 3 10s on the opposite side. Now that that's done, now our cover's gonna just pop off. We can just undo this thing from the rail. There's a little guide that it falls into, so we just move that out of the way. We just move this right here, and then this we just lift. Giving us access to our other cover that needs to be removed. So you gotta just lift up. And then just get this out of the way, and voila. We have exposure to our fuel lines, injectors, coil packs, spark plugs, and your wire, your harness. So again, you know, once you remove all the sound deadening material, because that's all it is. This is just here for to maintain the sound in the engine as quiet as possible in the cabin. And as you guys can see, there's a lot of components that need to be removed. Now that we're at this point, what I like to do is I like to just undo all the connectors before I remove it. So I'll just undo every single one of these connectors. Alright, so now that all our coil packs have been disconnected, I like to use the extension from the ratchet, just because to put your finger in there, it's either a tight fit or they're way too tight. So I'll just put it in there and then just kind of pull my finger, and then boom, just lift. And then we'll keep them in order as we take them out.
Wow. That one's way back there. Way back there.
Alright. And that right there gives us access to all our spark plugs. Alright, so the reason for the vacuum is, if you guys take a close look in there, sometimes there's debris, dirt particles, anything like that, and I just want to make sure that whenever I remove it, I try to minimize the amount of contaminants that get into the combustion chamber. So again, this is just an extra step for me. Now we're just gonna go ahead and clean each spark plug. Alright guys, so I went ahead and vacuumed every single one of these spark plug holes. Now I'm gonna go ahead and remove the original spark plugs and install the BMW spark plugs. The good thing about these is that they give you the torque spec as well. So if you guys can see right there, it gives you the torque spec, and it's 23 Newton meters or 17 foot-pounds. So All right, let's get these removed. Alright guys, so I'm done removing all the spark plugs, and as you guys can see, the spark plugs look really nice. They were burnt really nicely, but he's missing out on fuel mileage economy, and he's also missing out on performance. So as you guys can tell, this is what the old one looks like, and this is what the new one looks like. So big difference in the way they look, and also the way they're gonna perform. So again, we're going with nothing but OE quality equipment. So go ahead and absolutely, I'll go ahead and put these on, and then again torque to spec, and then everything should be a good install. Always do guide these by hand first. Never go with a machine or a drill or anything like that to put them on, because you can go against the thread. So always do it by hand, or do it by hand first, and then do it with a ratchet.
Daniel breaking out the big boy.
Yeah, this is everyone's favorite toy, the torque wrench. So remember, for the we're gonna set it to 23 Newton meters, and then I'll show you guys what that is in foot-pounds. Alright, so 23 Newton meters to foot-pounds that's inch-pounds. 17 foot-pounds, like I said. Alright, so with that being torqued to 17 foot-pounds, now I'm just going to go ahead and clean up the engine bay as I'm putting everything back. And then before I go ahead and reassemble this side, I'll go ahead and take out the old intake, put in the new one, and then we'll do the other one as well. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and grab some detailer and then wipe it down. Normally I would possibly use a blower or a vacuum, but in this case I'm just going to go ahead and grab a microfiber towel and then the detailer, and then just get everything wiped down. Alright, so right now we're actually taking our time to get everything nicely clean, since everything is apart. Right now Brandon's helping me out get everything cleaned out with a microfiber cloth, again, soapy water, and then also our detailer. Right now we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna remove this side, this intake, so that he can actually clean up underneath the intakes a little bit better. So again, just disconnect the map sensor, disconnect this excess flow connector, and then after that just undo the 6mm, move the clamp out of the way. And then for this, all you gotta do is just lift, and it should come off the grommet from the top, and then on the bottom it should come off from the back. Boom, there it is. So now he'll have access to give all this a nice wipe down. let's get to it. Alright, so that pretty much does it for the video. All the spark plugs were replaced. We replaced the air filters. We also did the carbon fiber grills, and then we did the electric tape on the front bar right there. And then to top it off, we actually spent some time cleaning the whole engine bay. We detailed it as much as we could for right now. You know, and one of the best things right now is that since we just really gave it a good clean, it's going to be a lot easier to upkeep. With every car wash, you know, it'll be a lot easier to just grab the microfiber towel and then just kind of hit it. So as you guys can see, everything cleaned up very nicely. He's got the golden wrench caps on there, like I had mentioned. And then he actually had a black washer fluid cap. We switched it out to the blue one. It actually matches really nice with it. But I'm gonna convince him to get the black line one. So build is actually coming a long way. Earlier on the introduction, I was actually showcasing the vents on the fender. These were actually just recently switched out. He got these at Autotecknic as well. So thank you to Neo and the rest of his team out there. So also we put on a CS spoiler from Autotecknic. It's a really great spoiler. The fitment, the quality, it's really nice. It fits everything about it. I really like it. I highly recommend this one, guys. We also went ahead and did the black badge. He had the chrome one. We switched it out to the black M4 logo. And then you guys have to get the frameless mounts. You guys, that's a must. Honestly, whenever you guys want to take pictures, or like for this instance, just to record and to even clean, to keep this whole area clean, these frameless mounts are the best. So check them out on Instagram, frameless.mounts. Get your set. Have your car looking this clean. So yeah, we've done a few modifications on the inside as well. So just a quick little rundown. He did the tweeter covers from Autotecknic. We got the vents. You guys know, you guys have to get the vents, the BMW air vents. Those are the best. He got the iDrive button carbon fiber cover. Oh, we do have another goodie right there. We have another one. It's in the box. We might put it on. What do you think, Brandon?
I want to.
We also did the OEM start stop button. That's honestly, for me, it's a must. And then he's got the M1, M2 to match with it. It's a really nice combination. The colors are right on point. So yeah, we definitely have a few more items. Like I said, we need to switch out the e-brake. We're gonna get the emblems as well, the M4 emblems. Switch that out. You know, that's definitely gonna go ahead and make this car just look so much newer. Maybe possibly some carbon fiber door handles in the future, but again, there's still more changes to come. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Every subscriber means a lot to me. You guys gotta join the channel, join the movement. I'll keep bringing guys, I'll keep bringing material like this, beautiful cars, beautiful builds. I'll give you guys a few tips about how to do things. And you know, again, I really appreciate everybody who's already subscribed. Thank you so much for tuning in every single time. And don't forget to leave a comment. I do like to engage with you guys as before, like I've said before. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Well, thank you, Brandon, for stopping by and
Thank you, Danny.
bringing this video over.
Thank you. You're the man, bro.
Thank you.
Always.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
All right, guys. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.